Hello everyone, and welcome to round 4 of a standard league with Sultai Energy. We are currently 2-1. We've played against blue-black mid-range, mono-red, and maybe 2 copies of mono-red. It's a little bit late. I think this hand's fine. We'll go we're on the draw. We'll go turn 2 Long Tusk Cub into turn 3 Winding Constrictor, and hopefully they won't have the removal spell for the Long Tusk Cub, and we'll just run away with the game. Looks like we could be facing blue-black again. Blue-black mid-range or blue-black control. Ooh, Sultai. I like this guy's style. So we know Fatal Push, come on. Alright. We know our Long Tusk Cub is going to get blocked. So it probably just makes sense to play our own Winding Constrictor. Our opponent definitely has a better mana situation than we do at the moment. If this is a Hadana's Climb, I'll just scoop. Okay. Servant is pretty darn good. Another Winding Constrictor for us. So our opponent could have Vraska's Contempt. They could have even just a Blossoming Defense. What you doing over there? Another Winding Constrictor, huh? This game's gonna get silly. We're gonna try to bait a counterspell if they have one. I don't think they're gonna be running one in the main, but we're gonna try to do that. Jade Light Ranger is going to be massive. We're going to have to use this Vraska's Contempt on it, more than likely. 2 cards. So they have a land and a Cartouche. Ooh, Cartouche of Knowledge seems sweet. I haven't seen anybody running that. And they kept it on top. It is nice that we're going to be able to get the 2 for 1 unless they have a Blossoming Defense. I don't think we could beat Blossoming Defense at this point, though. What is going on? I didn't see what he tapped that mana for. I'm a little confused. Hadana's Climb is a pretty good draw. We have no attacks, so we'll pass it on back and try to kill this Jade Light with a Cartouche on the stack. I'm assuming that's where it's going. Oh, he had just played the Botanical Sanctum. That's what I saw at the end of that turn. Our opponent's down to 1 card in hand. It could very easily be a removal spell. Double blocking. Okay, I'll take out your Winding Constrictor. Fine by me. I mean, if you have the removal spell, it's fine as well. Do I want to just assign it all to the Winding Constrictor in case he has Blossoming Defense? Yeah. Alright, we got there in the mirror for game 1. Our opponent also doesn't know it's the mirror, so that's probably an advantage for us. I think this game's going to get super grindy. I think we want these cards and this card. And we probably want Thrashing Brontodon to deal with opposing Adonis Climbs. We don't know for sure that they're playing Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Man, this is going to be tough to figure out how to board here. Let's try to look up JD's list real quick. So they are on that. So they have less removal than we do. I have no idea how to board for this, guys. Do they have 4 Walking Ballistas? Because I'll take Glint Sleeve Siphoner out. Seems a little crazy. Man, I have too many windows open. Walking Ballista. Yeah, there it is. There are 4 of them. So I'm going to ditch Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Because they have just a ton of removal that hits it. And I'm going to bring in this stuff. I'm just going to try to go bigger than them. Kind of want to bring in Death Gorge Scavengers, but I don't think we have room for it. Sand seems fine, especially considering we're trying to take on the controlling role. Get to lead on Blooming Marsh, keeping up Fatal Push for a Winding Constrictor or a Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Follow that up with whatever land we decide is best based on what we draw. If Near Dead Lands is good for our opponent, so starting off well already. We need to make sure we hit our land drops. We don't really have a good way of doing so. Winding Constrictor. Servant. Servant's a good card. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop. That's sort of a 2-drop. Actually, it's pretty good because it enables our Fatal Push to deal with like a Bristling Hydra. We could also just Fatal Push this so that he doesn't get to play a Bristling Hydra this turn. That was probably a mistake last turn. We should have probably Fatal Pushed this, even though I wanted to save it for something like a Glint Sleeve Siphoner. If he plays a Hydra here, we're going to have some issues. Hopefully he misses his land drop. Another servant. Okay, so no Hydra, so that's good for us. Also no attack, I'm kind of surprised by. Ground Catacomb comes in tap. Do we have something we want to do with 3 mana that we don't want to do with 2? I think we just want to make sure our 4th land comes in untapped, so I'll play the Drowned Catacomb and pass. I mean, we could have played the Thrashing Brontodon, but I think it's more important that our 4th land comes in untapped. Well, I'm not excited to see that. Damn it, I could have Fatal Pushed this since they missed their land drop. They're going to have to take Nissa. Now, if they have land, they can play. Alright, I'm sick of making these mistakes, so I'm going to deal with this thing finally. Just punts everywhere, you know? Cartouche, I'm kind of surprised by. I guess they made a 3/3 flyer, and that's pretty darn good. I guess they also got to draw a card to try to find their land. I do like Cartouche. Cartouche seems sweet. I also like the black Cartouche, but I do think Deathgorge Scavenger is just better. So if you're in some color combination like black-red or black-blue, or even black-white, I think the black Cartouche is great for the mono-red matchups. I've seen some of the green lists play it, but I'd definitely rather just have Deathgorge Scavenger, because they're the same converted mana cost. Deathgorge Scavenger also has Graveyard Hate, so like I tend to think a Deathgorge Scavenger is just like scavenging use. Land and something else. Land and Fatal Push. They already hit their land drop this turn. So what do we want to do here? We're going to play this. We could just start getting in for damage with the Bristling Hydra. Actually, the Thrashing Brontodon lines up really well on this board. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Thrashing Brontodon, keep up Aether Hub to bluff the Blossoming Defense. Could also force them to chump with this Jade Light. I don't hate that either. But that forces us to use our energy. We're just going to play the Thrashing Brontodon. And pass. The island's coming down this turn. Is this the same island? Cool. Opponent's gotten a lot of card advantage on us. I guess primarily from the Jade Light and... Oh wait, did they bin the Fatal Push? Does it not say? I have no idea. MTGO sucks. Winding Constrictor, huh? That's a good card. Five. I can attack him with Thrashing Brontodon. I could also just play Walking Ballista for 2. Or I could just hold up Hour of Glory. I'll cancel. Our opponent's just taking 3, which is fine. Probably a mistake here. We're probably supposed to hold up Hour of Glory so that we don't get hit for 1,000,000 if he plays a Verdurous Gearhulk or something like that. At least he has to put it on. So assuming he doesn't draw a land. Damn, I wish I knew. I wish I could tell if this Fatal Push was. I'm pretty sure it's in the graveyard. We're actually ahead on time, which is amazing because we always play so slowly. What is this? Bristling Hydra. Takes him to 4 energy. Okay. Five energy. So I kind of just want to Vraska kill Winding Constrictor. Do I want to attack first? Yeah, I'm cool with attacking with Brontodon because if he decides to block with this Bristling Hydra, he'll have to activate and I can kill it with Hour of Glory. So let's go ahead and attack with Brontodon. We got in there. We're going to run out Vraska. I keep pump faking in this game, and pump faking is like one of the worst things you could possibly do in Magic, but that's what I've been doing. Take out this. And now we actually have this up to kill the cartouche if need be. I don't particularly want to do that. Do you have another one? Well, that's just a flavor fail. Scarab God. This is great. Thrashing Brontodon is just the champ. Vraska's Contempt the Thrashing Brontodon. So I can sack that to destroy the cartouche. The reason he would do that would be because he has Hadana's Climb in hand. So I am going to sack it. I guess the other reason he could do that was just because it's power and toughness were lining up well against the board. And then we're going to pump this. Attacking with this might be a mistake. I might be supposed to wait another turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at the point where if we draw Scarab God, we get to activate it right away. We get to bring back probably a Winding Constrictor, possibly the Thrashing Brontodon, though. Okay, the double. So I can pump this twice, taking it up to 5, or I can pump it once and just trade. Or I could try to get this off the battlefield. I guess I'm just going to pump it once and trade. I'm also really quite tempted to just go after that Bristling Hydra. He can still only activate it once. How much longer is that going to be? Yeah, fuck it. We're going after this Bristling Hydra. Is this a Scarab God? That resolves, man. I'm going to kill it, but it resolves. I feel like you even know I have this in hand. Your hand is fucking stacked. I've got to end this game now. We should probably be playing a Doomfall over that Hour of Glory, because it allows us to get rid of things like Carnage Tyrant at times. 7/6. I'm guessing I'm taking 3. No, you're just leaving him back? Why is that? Why are you doing that? Alright, so what do we want to bring back with the Scarab God? Is there something that can protect the Scarab God that we can bring back? Because he has that Vraska's Contempt in hand. Do I just wait on the Scarab God and try to draw my Blossoming Defense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe I can bait the Vraska's Contempt out of his hand by attempting to... this is a weird position. This is gone. I think I'm just going to pass. I'm going to attempt to bait the Vraska's Contempt out of his hand. I'm going to take 7, 10, 12 this turn. More than that if he plays the Verderus. So he drew Aether Hub, so that's good because we need him to basically draw blanks for the rest of the game. He's going to target the Carnage Tyrant probably with everything. This changes our line. And I think what it changes our line to is block here, no pump. We can bring back Thrashing Brontodon or Bristling Ranger. We already played a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2-mana spell that gets us out of this. Bring back Thrashing Brontodon. Block, block, go to damage. Oh, block, 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 sack. No, because we know he has the Vraska's Contempt, so we're going to lose it. Let's just wait. But then if he draws a second Vraska's Contempt. We need our opponent to mess up. I think we bring back Jade Light. Or do we bring back I'm pretty sure we're just still dead. If he attacks out, we're dead. So we're just going to pass priority for now. Is he attacking with everybody? No, just the one. It takes 6, go to 1. Or I pump it twice. Yeah, I'll take 6 and go to 1. Don't know what I'm hoping to draw. Please attack with something silly. Nope. We're just kind of fishing for time here, which I don't feel too bad about doing. And I honestly don't really care what my opponents do it either. So our opponent can go bigger than us, and that's something we just learned. I think we want to be able to fly over, and I think we actually want these in, because if our opponent's going bigger than us, we gotta go smaller than him. Thrashing Brontodon was great. Long Tusk Cub was a little mediocre. Treasure Scarehawk's really good though. One card. I guess if we're trying to go low, it doesn't make sense for us to be cutting Long Tusk Cub. Yeah, it does, because we know that he has blockers for it, but it doesn't make sense for us to cut his Fatal Push. I think this is what we're going with. I'm not dead set on it being the correct 60 exactly, but I don't have the time to figure out what is. This hand is bad. This hand is much better. Duress. If our opponent's taking this long to cast a Duress, I think we might win due to time. You got it. You took our Fatal Push. If our opponent wants to keep a Fatal Push for our Winding Constrictor, that means they can't affect the board this turn. If they have their own Winding Constrictor, it negates our Long Tusk Cub. That may have been a reason to play the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Their own Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Walking Ballista. We'll take that. I'm fairly certain you're going to let me in with this Long Tusk Cub. No, you're not. Interesting. Fine by me. All right. Well, shit. Pretty sure our opponent doesn't know about the Glint Sleeve Siphoner in our hand, but that was just like the perfect card for them to have. We need to find a removal spell very shortly so that we can actually start affecting the board. Death Gorge. Great card. So apparently he thinks we should be bringing in Death Gorge Scavenger. I can't really argue with that. It's a great card. That was pretty much exactly what I needed. You go ahead and think on that, opponent, while you're completely tapped out and wasting your clock away. You go ahead and think about that Bristling Hydra on the stack. Just think about it for another 4 minutes and 19 seconds. How about that? I get it. He's planning his next turn. And I just kind of in the situation where I don't have a lot of decisions to make. But he's wasting so much of his clock. And yeah, 4 minutes is a decent amount of time to play a game of Magic. 4 minutes for one person. But if he takes every decision that extent, like, no way. No way are we finishing this game if he takes that long with every decision. And it appears to be what he's going to do. What are you exiling? Fatal Push? Yep. No blocks. Scarab God. You didn't tap for blue if it is. Yeah, it's the Scarab God. So we need to find Vraska's Contempt right now. It's not Vraska's Contempt. But it is a card, I suppose, that does things. I definitely think he's supposed to bring back the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. He appears to be waiting. Don't know why he waited to his draw step to do it. Waited till past his draw step, rather. Like, you should do that on your upkeep so you get your scry and everything. But he did make the right decision with the Glint Sleeve over the Long Tusk Cub. Now I'm in this weird situation where killing that actually makes it better. But I think I do it anyway. If he has a Blossoming Defense in hand, I get punished here a lot. I guess also a fatal push. Walking Ballista. I don't know why he's not utilizing that Scarab God trigger the way he should be. That's pretty good. Just tap all these for colorless. I'm pretty sure what we do here is we block and block. Block and block. Oh no, this was a mistake. No, it wasn't, because he did it. He messed up. Boom. Gotcha. No. I still lose the Wrestling Hydra. Oh, mistakes. Mistakes all around. Shoot. Is there anything else for me to do with this? At least this way I get to play the Glintleaf Siphoner. I mean, he can bring back the Walking Ballista again. I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to die before. But our opponent does play pretty damn slowly. Rip. Take 7. Or we chump. Draw an extra card. We take 8. We go to 5. Then if he has a removal spell, but he can bring back the Walking Ballista, so I know he has a removal spell. So I think we're just blocking. I think we're not supposed to draw the card here. Something good. That is what I would describe as something good. You're kidding me. You have a counterspell? Okay. Not another Vraska's Contempt. Cool. And our opponent still isn't utilizing the trigger correctly, so that's good for us. Yeah, we won. We won. I won't say GG. Like, it was a good game, but I don't want him to get offended. And people do that sometimes, I guess. Alright, guys, so we're going to cash the league at least. Got one more game to play. If you saw any mistakes in that game, which I'm sure there were plenty of based on the way we ended up winning, let me know in the comments below. And we will be back with round 5 shortly.